Hi, I'm Dr. Debbie Reynolds, the Simply Southern Vet. Have you ever thought about this? Why do so many veterinarians recommend the big name brand dog food companies? Purina, Science Diet, Iams, Royal Canine, Eukanuba, things like that. Why do you think that is? Today I want to talk about that. The influence that these huge pet food companies have over veterinarians. They have influence over veterinary students, in veterinary colleges, and in veterinary practices. I want to talk about why mainstream veterinarians may be inadvertently manipulated by these big corporations. Let's just start by acknowledging that these big pet food companies, they start as soon as we get into vet school. These programs they provide food for veterinary students for all 4 years, either free or discounted. And even when you get out of school, they come into your clinic and they offer incentives to your employees and to you if you carry their food. For me, the 4 years that I was in veterinary college in Knoxville, I had free dog food from Purina and Eukanuba. And I was so thankful and am so thankful for that, because I was dead broke. And they gave me food for my dogs that I could not afford, backpacks, pens, lunch and learns, pizza. Like, they gave me all of these things for 4 years. So on the surface, this kind of seems like a really awesome thing to do, right? Like, they give our pets food. And really, it goes a lot deeper than that. Studies have shown, and it's just common sense, that we're influenced by receiving gifts. We just are. I was influenced by receiving gifts and not knowing anything else. That's just what I knew. That's what I was comfortable with. And that's what I did when I became a veterinarian. I used those products. But, it creates brand familiarity, and that's just, we pass it on. We pass it on to our clients, and they know this. I mean, it's smart business. It's a genius idea. Get the vet students from day one, and your margins are going to go up in the long run for years. I mean, it's really smart on their part. The problem is that there are many alternatives, many different kinds of food, not just kibble. What do you think the pet companies are worried about? The welfare of the pets? I don't think so. I think they're concerned about their profit margins. When corporate influence becomes involved, it can start to blur the lines of where our loyalty lays. Most kibble is far lower quality than home cooked food or different whole food diets. And I would just challenge you to go read the ingredient label on your food bag. You might be surprised. If you would have asked me when I got out of vet school in 2001 if you should feed your dog any kind of meat or whole food, I would have said absolutely not. I'm sure your dog will die or get pancreatitis, or that's a terrible idea. And it turns out that is simply not true. But I didn't know any better. Now I do. So what I think is important is for us to make sure that the interest of our pet is at the top of the list. Ultimately, it's your dog and your decision, and I think your veterinarian should be open to hearing all of those options. If they sort of shut down when you start talking about different ways to feed your animal, that's not right. You should be able to feed your dog what you want to and be supported by your veterinarian. So when you hear on TV or wherever that this is the #1 veterinary recommended diet, think about that. Think about, why is that? Why do so many vets recommend that? It's because we're sort of indoctrinated into it. Advocate for your pet. That's your dog and your cat, so you make the decisions for your pet and make good decisions. Thanks for listening.